Okay, folks, so I'm going to do a whole big video. Do you remember I've been weathering some of my rolling stock, mainly the engines, and those are pretty much done. I'm not doing any more on them. However, now I've been doing some of the cabooses. These ones down here. So you got the one Overland model, the brass one here. Probably not going to touch this one. I got this one. So I got this Hatherine, and then these three back here. I haven't really touched yet. This one here I haven't even touched at all. The three safeties here, the Atherine and the two tangents, I can't find photos of. I could find photos of the orange one here, but it's like of a late 80, 81, 82, somewhere around there. And I'm trying to model 79 because that's when this paint scheme came out. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do with these two yet. These are 1980 and 81 Raceland repaints. I'm debating on getting 3 of the 79s. So there's that. This one here, I'm kind of scared to weather this one up a little bit because it is really nice. I like this blue on there. However, my other Overlands were not safe. So if you remember some of the Overlands, especially the i5 BAs here, these two here, the front and center, they had virtually a black bottom to them, and chassis system never had black on them, except for, well, maybe the diesel exhaust and things like that, and that's about it, and fuel. Same with this one back here. It was completely black on the bottom. So using my weathering powder that I got, went ahead and weathered these up to give them a little more let's see if I can get this to look okay. I guess it's about as best as I'm going to be able to get it here. I know you can't tell too well. Let's see. Yeah. And that just doesn't look really. Let's see. So these ones here, I mostly just put like a light gray on them to give them that like oh, what am I trying to say here? Ballast. The ballast dust kicked up on them. Mostly did it on the very bottom here, along the blue sill on the bottom. I didn't weather these heavy enough because these, looking from the picture, they're not. Chassis system kept their equipment pretty clean, surprisingly enough. Unfortunately, I can't find photos of these, the i5 BAs, because quite honestly, a lot of these were pretty much scrapped or on fire by the late 70s. Now these i12s are a little bit different story. So same song and dance. I just weathered them up a little bit. Face you down here a little bit. Give them a bit of a weathering. Very, very light weathering on both sides. So that extremely bright blue on these models is virtually gone. There's the blue that I'm talking about, so you can see it's virtually gone. Put it on the battery. Oh, you can't see it now because of my hand. The battery box over here. Really put it on there. So I tried to put it on not too heavy, but I wanted to make them look like they've been running around for quite a few years at this point in their game. And here's one that I kind of thoroughly enjoyed. Now I could not find a picture of this particular number, 3801, but I found a picture of a similar painted caboose. In fact, the same model, just not the same number. From about the 75, 76, 78, I think it was, 77. And most of it up on the top was clean, as I've said. However, on the bottom down here, that's where all the grime was kept. And over here, the only thing that I've added, I know you can't see it too well here. Really wish this thing would just light up better, but over here, I've really gave it quite a bit of weathering, as you can see there now. As the stack here, the chimney stack, some dust coming out of that and everything. One thing I wasn't too crazy about was the oil intake here. Put a little bit of like an overflow, and it just spills out, going down. Wasn't too crazy about how that came out, but I gotta find something to do to give it more of that watery look running down. But as you can see, the underframe here, it looks like it has been running around for quite a while. And that's basically what I got from the pictures of these style of cabooses. So a lot of dirt along the bottom here, around the coupler shelf, but nothing up on the actual paint. So as I said, I mean, you can see how just a little bit here can do quite a lot. So as I said, I mean, like I said, look at the bottom. You can see that's supposed to be a blue, especially on the chassis system. They were blue, almost like this B&O painted blue. And when Athearn brought these out, the first runs of these, they were black, and they're not supposed to be. So eventually, these ones here will get a very, very, very light dusting on the truck frames and on the bottoms, at least, because as you can see, they're black, not prototypically. They're supposed to be blue, just like the tangents here. That's how they're supposed to look right there. that nice pretty blue. So eventually it'll be weathered up. But I'm very happy with how some of the weathering came out on these. And like I said, I'm not doing it too heavy. The only other thing I'm going to do to these Overlands here is, I don't know why I put these up here, but the stack up here, it needs some grime up here like I did with the B&O here. Something similar to that. So eventually I'll get to it. I still got my engines I'm doing a few of them, but I'm pretty much done with them. I got them pretty much how I wanted them. So I know this video's not doing it justice on these models, but I'm very happy with how they came out. I got rid of the shiny black on these i5 BAs, and it toned down the bit of the ridiculously bright blue that Chessie had on these models. So I know weathering's not for everybody, but I mean, as you can see, I'm not even weathering the entire car body. I'm just weathering the frame, so to speak, and the trucks. And as you can see, it does a little bit of justice on it. So don't be afraid to weather your models, guys. I mean, do a little at a time. As you can see, this is just very little weathering in comparison to some of the models that you can see out there, and these look like they've been around for a couple years. So enjoy, again, as I've said on the last video, enjoy weathering, because I don't understand the purpose of people buying models, even like these Overlands, and just having them sit around. Weather them up, make them look nice, however you want them. If you want to go full, almost murdered out on the last stages, go ahead. If you want to make them look like they've been around for a few years, but still got a lot of a lot of life to kick around, like I did, have fun. So I forgot to do the same thing for this here. I think I did the same thing on this one. Yep.